Good afternoon. As you know, we've had the call that we've been waiting a considerable amount of time for. This is just a really quick refresher as to what inspectors will be looking for when they either walk into your sessions for a relatively short time or stay for a longer, more traditional observation. As I said, this is a refresher. Remember, we have done lots of work as a college over a few years in terms of raising our collective awareness of what is effective teaching, learning and assessment. And first and foremost, I want you to remember that the key aspect is the level of challenge that your learners receive, or the level of challenge, how much you're challenging those learners. So in terms of not getting distracted, taking your eye off the ball of, oh, I think I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. First and foremost, all your learners, when they're in the sessions that the inspectors are coming around to see, some of them will be double observations with members of our staff. They want to see learners working, being challenged. It's not too easy for them. So that's the first and foremost thing that I want you to remember. Where possible, we are preparing our learners for a future of life and work, and it's really important that we do that, and we're thinking of the broader skills that are required for learners, students to be successful in life and work. So that, as we know, is their communication skills, it is their study skills, it's their ability to work with maths and number, and a whole range of other things. So it's really important that we, where possible, cover that and are explicit about how we are preparing them and why it is important. One thing that we've said a lot over the years is about selling the usefulness and relevance of the session content to those students, and that could be at the start of a session, or that could be at the start of an activity. It's really important that students know why they are doing an activity and what they're going to get out of it. That isn't necessarily in kind of very teacher-speaky outcomes, but actually in tangible, look, this is going to help you make money, do well, get promotion, etc., etc. So that stuff is really important. Where possible, thinking about broadening the students' minds in terms of the world in which they live in, and exposing them to other aspects. So exposing them to what goes on in different countries, where appropriate, different age groups, different, just thinking about difference and thinking about how we can prepare our students for a future where they will encounter difference, and an understanding of differences is really, really important. So that's just a few pointers for you to remember, thinking about I suppose what comes under the banner of English and Maths development, employability development, equality and diversity. That's the traditional kind of Ofsted headings that those things come under. However, as I said, there is a massive coincidence between what is effective teaching and learning and what Ofsted are looking for. Ofsted do not have a checklist of things which they are looking for that are somehow abstract or divorced from teaching and learning. They are what teaching, learning and assessment, effective teaching, learning and assessment has always been about. So hold on to that, don't get distracted, show them the really good stuff that we're doing.